Hey everybody, Deb here with the Carnivore Caveman Keto Couple. Welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to touch a little more on different foods that have oxalates. I know I already did a video on this, but it's super important to get this message out because I believe that this whole oxalate thing and the issues that people are having with them are being misdiagnosed, and people are becoming very sick and having all kinds of autoimmune things going on, and it could actually be that they're eating too much oxalates. Now you may ask, what in the heck are oxalates? Well, they are actually, to give you kind of a 101 on oxalates, they are the anti-nutrients in some foods, not just vegetables, but I'll go ahead and put a couple links down below of people that really explain it, and lists of high oxalates foods like spinach, coffee, blueberries, different vegetables, like a lot of the leafy green vegetables, and then some vegetables are fairly low in oxalates. So what I have found, that if you have any autoimmune issues going on, and that could mean rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, gout, even some digestive issues. Kidney stones are a big one, gallstones. A lot of times people are being misdiagnosed, and it could be, I'm not saying that it is because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, but you could be being misdiagnosed and you're just having all these crystals form from the oxalates, because what it does is it binds to calcium, so it creates basically crystals. So what are kidney stones? Well, they're actually crystals in the kidney. What are gallstones? Crystals in the gallbladder. What is rheumatoid arthritis? They're actually crystals that form on the joints and gives you all that pain and all that deformity of the joints if it progresses into the rheumatoid arthritis. What is gout? Crystals that form that cause pain in people's knees or elbows or different joints. Psoriasis, crystals that form on the outside of the skin, whether it be anywhere in your body. Some people get it on their neck, their shoulders, even their head. So this is kind of, I have a really good friend that went to the doctor about 5 years ago, horrible stomach pains, and had kidney stones, like major kidney stones. And she was young. She was only 32 years old at the time. And the doctor, she said, what should I not be eating? And her doctor, the surgeon that was going to perform surgery on her, said, you need to stay away from red meat, eggs, and cheese. And she said, well, I've been a vegan for almost 5 years. So, that clearly wasn't the issue with her. Come to find out, she ended up, after the surgery and after the recovery, she went ahead and did like an elimination diet. Basically got rid of everything and just went back to eating pretty much chicken and beef for about 4 months. After about 2 months, she was feeling pretty good, and she decided to reintroduce some things back and had a flare-up again episode. Didn't actually have kidney stones, but just was in horrible pain, and just so then she went ahead and eliminated everything again. And after, I think, about 4.5, close to 5 months, she was able to bring back some foods. But even to this day, and this is years later, she still stays away from high oxalate foods because she's pretty much convinced that that's what gave her these horrible kidney stones. So, I'm not saying that if you have these issues that it's definitely an oxalate issue, but it might be something that you want to look into, because like I said, it's kind of a new thing. The medical doctors really aren't catching it, or they're not looking into it, or they're not saying, hey, maybe it's kind of like the whole Lyme disease thing initially. That was just being so overlooked. It was like it was either in your head or you had fibromyalgia or something. They just weren't willing to take the time, or didn't know how to find out that you had Lyme disease. Well, this is kind of the same thing, in my opinion, that it just could be something that's overlooked. So, if you want to take your health into your own hands, which I suggest everybody does, you want to work with your doctor, of course, but your doctor is not God, and he or she is not going to miraculously wave a magic wand and fix you. And I believe that just like your car, if your oil light was coming on in your car, you certainly would not take a Post-it note or a piece of tape and put it over the light, correct? You would change the oil. If you did that, put it over the light, and you just ignored it, well, eventually your engine's going to run out of oil and your engine's going to blow up. I even know that. I'm a blonde woman, and I even know that. I'm just teasing. I know a lot about cars, but so that's kind of the same with our body. We need to listen to the whispers of our body. So, you know, you get migraines, psoriasis, arthritis, gout, IBS, Crohn's, celiac, all these things. Not only are they whispers, but some of them are actually screams, and you need to listen to them. You can't just put a cream on top of something or take a steroid and think that it's going to go away. Your body is reacting to something you're either doing or eating or, you know, putting on your skin. And again, a pill is not going to fix it. You have to get to the root of the cause, and a lot of times that can be difficult because nowadays we eat such a wide variety of things, you know, and you think that you're eating healthy. But if your body's reacting, it is trying to tell you something. So maybe you need to do an elimination diet. And that is kind of my topic today because I really, really like Megha and Matt from Keto Connect. They were actually, I mean, they're a great couple. They're down to earth. They don't take life too seriously. They take their health and nutrition seriously. And they're experimenting with different things. And, you know, Megha has different allergies and psoriasis skin issues that she's, you know, trying to overcome and deal with. And I just wonder if maybe she could be reacting to oxalates because she eats very healthy, you know, eats a lot of vegetables, in my opinion, a lot of foods. Again, you need to look at that list, but a lot of foods that are high in oxalates, and maybe she has an issue to that. I don't know. I know she's trying to figure it out too, and it's kind of a mystery. So perhaps an elimination diet, perhaps going on the carnivore. And I know they experimented with the carnivore for about 30 days, but really 30 days isn't enough for anything. I think you need to at least give something 90 days, if not 120, because after, they say between 90 days and 120 days, we are like a new person. Our cells regenerate. And so in my opinion, you need to give something if you're trying it for health reasons that long of a time. So the elimination diet, what is it? It's basically you're eating red meat. Some people involve some chicken, but it's meat because there really hasn't been any studies or anybody that has allergies to meat. So some people have allergies, of course, you know, to wheat, to gluten, to eggs, to dairy, to nuts, to seeds, and yes, now even vegetables because of the oxalates. So people go on this elimination diet and take out everything, and then after, you know, some people do it too early. 30 days is too early. After 90 days, you start bringing one thing at a time back. And yes, it is a horribly painful process because it takes a long time, but that's the only way you're really going to know what you're allergic to or what is causing your immune system to kind of attack itself. Because guys, that is not good when your immune system does that. And that is what a lot of these autoimmune diseases or issues are. It's your immune system kind of going crazy. So you need to get to the root of it. And I believe in the carnivore diet for that. And even if you don't want to stay on the carnivore diet, I mean, I totally get that. But for an elimination lifestyle for 90 days, 120 days, I think it's a good deal because then you can find out what your body doesn't like and try to heal your gut or heal your issues and then maybe bring stuff back slowly. I mean, I know it's worked for a lot of people where they've stuck it out and gotten stuff out of their system for maybe even 6 months to a year, and then were able to bring stuff back slowly and didn't have any reaction or allergies to it. So it can be done. Like I said, it's a long and painful process at times, especially if you're eating a wide variety of food. You just don't know what's bothering you until you eliminate everything and bring things back one at a time. You can't bring things back 2 and 3 at a time because then you won't know. It's got to be eggs for a couple weeks, see how you feel. Dairy for a couple weeks, see how you feel. Nuts and seeds for a couple weeks, see how you feel. Maybe some, I don't know if you eat, you know, wheat or gluten or whatever. A couple weeks, see how you feel. And you're probably going to know right away. You know, if you're feeling pretty good from the elimination diet and you bring something back, I would think within 48, 72 hours, you're going to know if that's an issue, right? I mean, that just makes sense. That's how the body reacts to things. So I wish you luck, Megha, in finding out in dealing with your psoriasis, because I've never had it, but I had an aunt that had it really bad, and I know it's painful. It can be embarrassing at times. It's just a horrible deal. And I don't know. My suggestion would be, and again, I'm no doctor, but doing this elimination thing, getting rid of all your snacks, all your processed foods, just strictly going on carnivore, maybe just meat for a while, letting the body heal, and then seeing what happens. But Anyways, if anybody has any comments or suggestions, or if you have a story or you know of somebody that has a story with some type of autoimmune issue that they've corrected by eliminating everything basically but meat, I'd love to hear about it, because that kind of stuff, you know, fascinates me, that the body is so good, it heals. And you guys, I know it sounds really kind of corny to listen to the whispers of the body, but it is so true. That's what it's telling you. When you get, you know, migraines or horrible headaches all the time, or like I said, irritable bowel syndrome, or psoriasis, or arthritis, or joint swelling, I mean, that's not normal. It's not normal to walk around having all this pain and issue. That's your body telling you something is wrong. So remember to listen to the whispers and the screams. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Just helps our channel, doesn't cost you anything. And go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And hit that bell notification, and it'll let you know when Johnny and I put up a new video. Just remember, guys, keep eating meat, because meat heals. Bye.